Virtual Sunday School! Today is a special day here in the UK because it is Mother's Day. Now I'll let you into a little secret. This bit that you're watching right now, we filmed it in advance, so I am still quite pregnant. But by Mother's Day, we've passed the due date, so our little baby might be here. We might have a baby! Now, I will be in no fit state to film a full virtual Sunday school, but stick around to the end and we might be able to introduce you. For Mother's Day today, we're going to look at the story of Naomi and Ruth from the Bible. So, we'll look at the Bible story, craft, prayer, and then finish with a final thought. So grab your drink and a biscuit and let's do this.
When you're stuck at home with time to spare, can't go outside, you're not going anywhere. Why don't you pull up a chair or pull up a stool, tune into virtual Sunday school. With a craft to do and a story or two. Say hello to Nat, she's stuck at home too. Why not tune in to virtual Sunday school?
Ruth has quite a big story. In fact, she even has her own book. Today, we're going to look at the start with Ruth and Naomi, which you can find in Ruth, chapter 1. And often we try to tell these stories with whatever we have lying around the house. And speaking of mothers, we have something quite new lying around our house these days. Nappies! Don't worry, it's not been used, it's clean. So there once was a lady called Naomi who was married with 2 sons. Sadly, Naomi's husband died, leaving her with her 2 sons. The 2 sons both got married, one to a lady called Orpah and the other to a lady called Ruth. They all lived in a place called Moab, and after they'd lived there for about 10 years, sadly, both of Naomi's sons died too. Poor Naomi had lost her husband and both her sons. She had it rough. So, with nothing keeping her in Moab, Naomi decided to go back to the land of Judah where she was born. But before going back to her hometown, she turned to Orpah and Ruth and said, "Go back, each of you, to your hometown, to your mother's home. May the Lord show you kindness, as you have shown kindness to your dead husbands and to me. May the Lord grant that each of you will find rest and a happy home with new husbands." Then she kissed them goodbye, and they both cried and said, "We will go back with you to your people in Judah." But Naomi said again, "Return home, my daughters. Why would you come with me? I'm too old to find another husband now. But you are still young, you should be happy and married. And you're not going to find another husband with me. I'm not going to pop out any more sons anytime soon. Even if I somehow found a man that I could marry today, then I'd have to get pregnant, and then I'd have to have a boy, and then you'd have to wait for him to grow up, and there'd be quite an age gap. No, my daughters, it is more bitter for me than it is for you, because the Lord's hand has turned against me." And then there was more crying. In fact, Naomi was so sad that she even changed her name to Mara, which literally means bitter. So, Orpah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye and left, which is totally understandable. Go home and try and start again, or stick around and support a bitter old widow. But Ruth, on the other hand, loved Naomi and didn't want her to have to be all on her own. So she said, "Don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Wherever you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, even if death separates you and me." And when Naomi saw that Ruth was so determined, she she reluctantly lets her come along with her. And I'm sure she was very touched. So Ruth went with Naomi back to Bethlehem in the land of Judah. Now, if you want to read the rest of the story, check out the book of Ruth. As it turns out, God honours Ruth's choice to stick with the old widow Naomi. She even finds another husband and starts a family of her own. Our mums do so much for us, and they often put us first. Mother's Day is a great day to be thankful for and to celebrate all that our mums do for us. So today, why not put your mum first? I mean, obviously you've got to put God first, right at the top, but then on Mother's Day it goes God and then mum. In the story of Ruth, we see how she put her mother-in-law first. She decided to follow her to the land of Judah, a foreign land, so that she wouldn't be on her own. Now, Naomi wasn't strictly speaking Ruth's mum, but she was a mother figure to her. And Ruth stuck with Naomi, because otherwise she would have been on her own. And Mother's Day can be a great day to celebrate adopted or fostered mums, or the incredible women who are mother figures in your life, even if, strictly speaking, you're not blood related. So today, let's put mum first. You know, this is quite a special Mother's Day for me. Last summer, my mum died, so this is my first Mother's Day without having my mum to celebrate, which is quite hard and really sad. But also, it is my first Mother's Day of being a mum myself. Now remember that this has been filmed in advance, but even now, while she's still in my tummy, it is a great privilege being a mum. And I am so happy to celebrate my first Mother's Day of being a mum. If you don't have your mum with you today for whatever reason, then you can use today as a fond reminder of a mum that you might have lost. Or why not think of other wonderful ladies in your life who've been there for you, who you can celebrate. Craft time! Today we're going to make a Mother's Day card. So you will need 2 pieces of card, some scissors, 3 green pipe cleaners, some tape and some pens or pencils. First, take 1 piece of card and fold it in half, and that will create your card. Then place it to one side. Next, on the other piece of card, you need to draw 6 hearts. Colour them in or decorate them however you like. Then cut out all 6 hearts. Next, take your pipe cleaners and cut them in half so you're left with 6 parts. Fold each heart in half and tape one to the end of each of the 6 pipe cleaners, like this. When you place them onto the card, the hearts should stick off the card. Then you can arrange your heart flowers however you like on the front of the card. You can even bend the pipe cleaners so some of them stick out to the side. Next, tape the bottom of the pipe cleaners to the card. Finally, take a bit of your spare card and cut out what will be a vase for the bottom of your heart flowers. Decorate that and then tape it over the top of the bottom of your pipe cleaners. You can then write whatever you'd like inside your card and give it to your mum, or give it to someone who is like a mum in your life. For today's prayers, we are going to thank God for the mothers in our lives. Dear Lord, thank you for giving us mums. Thank you for the mothers in our lives in whatever form that may be. Thank you specifically for my mum and for everything that she did for me. Please help me to be a really good mum to our baby and help me to keep my eyes focused on you. In Jesus' name I pray, Amen. A final thought, whatever the mum figure in your life looks like, today is a great day to celebrate them. This Mother's Day, why not take a minute to think of all the wonderful things that your mum does for you? Let's be thankful to God. And today, why not think of something that you could do or say to show your mum how thankful you are for her? Last week we made mini Tower of Babels. Now I have to tell you, I actually found that craft really difficult. By the time you guys saw it in the video, hopefully it made sense, but I'd already got it wrong like 12 times. Let's see how you guys got on.
Yeah, it really did take her ages to make this craft. She tried about 6 times. I'm sure you guys did a lot better. Let's have a little look, shall we? Here we go. Oh, and thanks for the video you sent in. Teddy bears, Lego, amazing. Yes, boys. Lots of different stick men as well, which is always very fun indeed. Flowers, yeah, keeping it spring themed. Spring is upon us. Oh, it's lovely outside. Go for a walk. All right, what's up next? Okay, more Lego. That's what we like to see. And a lovely smile. I'm liking the colours. Speech bubbles of all sorts because they couldn't understand each other. It's the Tower of Babel. Amazing work on these crafts this week.
This week, we want to see your Mother's Day cards. And if they're feeling up for it, why not send us a picture of you and your mum too? Ask your grown-up to head over to our Virtual Sunday School UK Facebook page or Instagram account to get in touch. Now, before we finish, I did say that I might be able to introduce you to our baby, but I can only do that if you hit the like button. And hit subscribe. That's Samson saying hit subscribe. So many of you watch this video and you're not subscribed. So quick, subscribe! Go on then. I'm waiting. Like, it's just down there. Like, go on then. So, I'll hand you over to present day me. So this is Arietti Grace, our gorgeous little girl who came into the world a couple of weeks ago, just in time for Mother's Day, which is perfect timing.
Yep.
And she weighed 7 pounds 4.
Apparently that's a big deal. Kids, I don't know why it's important, but apparently grown-ups really like to know. So 7 pounds 4, if your mum or dad want to know, and maybe they can tell you how much you weighed when you were a baby as well.
So here she is, Arietti Grace, and she's even got her own little pair of dungarees.
Okay, back to pre-recorded now.
So thank you for watching today's Virtual Sunday School. And to finish, I'm going to show you a picture of me and my mum. Happy Mother's Day.